number 17. This word, yeah, easy. Able. Able, and then here. Yeah, but here not. Maybe we don't say unable. We say unable. Like it's not like unable. When you say you are unable to do something, you are not able to do something. But when something enables you, yeah, here it means that something makes you able to do it. So here maybe say unable. Unable. Thank you. So here the word unable, very easy. When you say like modern technology has enable us to communicate with one another faster and more efficiently. You still remember the word efficient? Efficient means you can do something faster and in a shorter period of time. Okay. No, but I haven't seen it somebody else. You know what? Like 1 hour ago when I was here, to remind many of you to come back into the room faster. I feel like I was a shepherd. You know the word shepherd? Wow, your English is so good, shepherd. Yeah, when I was saying, hey, hurry up, and many of you were like, Usually when you have to do that, there are only two situations. Number one, you were in the kindergarten. And number two, you were on a farm. You were in a ranch. You know the word ranch? No. Ranch. Ranch. Many of you went to the ranch of Xiaodingdang. Oh, Fanyo, Flying Cow Ranch. Many of you went there when you were in junior high. You go there? When you were in junior high, you had a one-day trip, one-day field trip, going somewhere. Maybe Xiaodingdang, maybe Flying Cow Ranch. 飞鹅牧场没有去过吗？我说你是那个校外教学影片的东西。Where did you go on your field trip? Field trip 校外教学。Can I erase this? Did you take a picture of this? Yeah. Hey, who's the Chinese teacher's helper? Like, yeah, Stella. Wow. When would you need this word? Yeah, could you please use this word in a sentence? How would you use this word in a sentence? Oh, yeah. How do you use this word? How do you use this word in a real life? Yeah, so can you use the whole sentence? What about this? What would you use this word? Use it in a sentence. Oh, there are so many fruits there. 真是瓜甜绵绵。我的阿嬷是吃瓜蝶莲。I'm serious， 这个成语什么时候会用到？对啊，可是你看到一个整体的说呢，这个家族在吃瓜蝶莲，看一下。瓜蝶莲。Unable makes someone able to do something, but here, maybe you will use the word unable more often in this kind of situation. I mean, it's the interface, 界面. It's the interface on your cell phone, Chinese version or English version. English or Chinese. If you use the English version, you might see this very often. Like when you go abroad, you need to 把你的漫游的功能关掉。说呢，或是在 after you come back to Taiwan， 你可以把3G 的功能打开，不是 open 哦， 也不是 turn on， 而是 unable the function of something. It's okay. 所以这个地方如果你说 after you go on an airplane, if the flight attendant tells you, please disable your function of wireless internet access. 把你无线上网的功能关掉 disable here, D-I-S-A-B-L-E. So when you disable something, you make someone unable to do something, or you turn off the function of something. It's okay. 所以这个 disable 跟 unable 一般来说比较常的是把功能开始跟关闭了，这样知道吗？所以不是 open 也不是 close， 而是 unable 跟 disable. It's okay. But here this sentence, the software enable you to what? The internet in seconds. 存取一件事情。I ask you, Jenny. Any idea? You can say use the internet, but what about a verb that begins with letter A? 在我们班上，每个人都有存取网，在我们在这个空间里面可以使用网络。There is in 一个名词，very close, access. So like here, the word access, if you use it as a noun, you make a right for you to use something. 存取权。可是我当动词的话就是存取哦，所以你说当 accept 存取权 the right to use something. But you can say we can access the internet on the campus of TFG because we have signal all over the school. Like if you say you can access the internet, you mean you can use the internet. It's okay. It's easy. Please read some once again the software. Enable you to access the internet in seconds. Yeah, thank you. And number 18, this word, you know the word, original, right? Original. And then with ty, not original. The stress is on NA, so it's originality. So maybe someone's thinking about originality. Yeah, thank you. And here without ty, originality. So make sure you can say this word. So here the first example, Sally's. In the past, you might say creativity or imagination, but this time you can use originality. Originality is a good word. It means creativity. Yeah, so like make her hard works out from others. So like here this word, 与众不同一个动词。That's you. April. Any idea? A verb. 鹤立鸡群，与众不同。Yeah. Up your right stand. So if you say like his achievement or her achievement has made her stand out from other scientists. 他在科学上的成就使他跟其他人与众不同。这个地方小心有 from 哦。Stand out 就只是 is obvious， 可是跟谁比较 from 或是 among。So you can say the singer's beautiful voice make her stand out from others' voices, like Adele. So you can say Adele. Have you heard her song? Hello. Hello. Did you hear her latest single? Hello. Yeah. Anyway, like here you can say Adele's voice has made her stand out from other singers. You see? So like here's the same example. Please read the language return to its original order. So here the word original doesn't mean created, but means 原本的那一个人。Like here, when you say original order, you mean the person who owns it. The person who has the very right to have something. It's okay? Yeah. So like here, we'll move on to, here, but may I ask you, if you use the word original in the sentence like, this must be an original of Van Gogh's work. If you say an original, it means a piece of authentic work. In Chinese, you might say 真迹哦。所以这张 original 当名词的话 an original. This must be an original of Van Gogh's work. So like here the word original, yeah, Van Gogh. You know Van Gogh? Sorry, now you know the song. Okay, yeah. Anyway, Van Gogh. In Chinese, you might say 范. Yeah. So like you can say if you say something is an original of another person's works, you mean like it was written, it was painted by that person, him or herself. It's okay, yeah. So like here we move on. The quotes. You know him? No idea. Yeah, the person's name is like on the bottom of the picture. Pablo. Yeah, here. Although we say Pa, but it's not Pablo. Pablo. learn Spanish last year? Did you learn Spanish last year? Oh, really? Like, in Spanish, there's a special rule. When you see 课 or 课, you all change them into 个 or 个。在西班牙文没有可跟可的音哦，都是可跟可，不送气的。So like here the person name Pablo Picasso. Anyway, all children, why do you sound like saying some dirty words? Anyway, all children are artists. The problem is how to 一个动词去做的。And take a guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 所有的人，大家在小时候都是艺术家。问题是，长大以后怎样 ？The word we learned before that begins with a 维持这样的状态。Should it be maintained or should it be remained? Maintain. A maintains B. 是使另外一个人变这样，所以自己维持这样的状态是 remain. Yeah. So please read the quotes together. All children are artists. Remain artists once he grows up. What does that mean? Now you are 16 years old. Do you still keep the passion in your heart like the passion you had when you were little? I mean, think about it. I mean, like, I have been sharing this with you recently. I mean, many of you are very busy with your club activities, with your schoolwork, with your training. But sometimes it's very important for you to stay passionate about some art, like music, or like painting, or like drawing, or you can develop your own interests. It's very important. I mean, like, maybe after I grow up, I still try to say, passionate about things I like. I mean, like, you need to earn money, you need to have a family, you need to have friends, but you need to know, like, what's the real thing that motivates you. In a way, maybe music, maybe art, but you need to develop a taste for something. That's very important. You know what I mean? Yeah. What about this? After we talk about how to remain imaginative, may I ask you? If you ever wonder how you can stay creative, yeah, Picasso once again, good artists, great artists. 我觉得大家以后一定会有这个问题。写作文的时候，连续说我要写的就跟人家不一样。But you don't have to do that. Do you really like create something out of nothing? 这边有两个动词。好的艺术家，超好的艺术家。If I show you the first 4-letter word, 5-letter word. 4-letter word, 5-letter word. Make a guess. If I show you the first word, copy. What about the second word? Create. No. Create. C-R-E-A-T-E. 6 letters. 6 letters. Make a guess. The answer? 写作文的时候，最近有在写中文作文吗？没有。好，所以要写英文作文。Yeah. And here, yeah. 之后要开始写了，差不多了。Yeah. So like here, like when you write, the first thing you need to do is that you need to read, and then you try to learn different features about different writers and put them all together and make them yours. So like here, if you say good artists copy, great artists steal. Think about it. Keep that in mind. Yeah, steal. You know why? Like, could you please read a quote together? Good artists copy, great artists steal. I mean, maybe you don't understand it right now, but keep that in mind. Like we talk about, maybe now, sometimes when we talk about retro style, you know the term retro style? Retro. We say retro style is like, maybe in the past, yeah, in Chinese you might say 复古风 retro style. Yeah, retro. You know the word retro? R-E-T-R-O, retro. So when you say it's kind of retro style, 复古风, and later on you will find that fashion. When people talk about fashion, the ingredients, the features of fashion, they are always those features. But how you create something yours, how to develop your own individual characteristics, you have to learn from different styles and try to combine different features of them. But by making different kinds of combinations, you can develop your own style. So you don't have to create something out of nothing, but you have to learn from different artists, different people. Keep that. It's okay. Yeah. So like we move on. Number 19 is word. The stress on no. So we say phenomenon. So we say phenomenon. Phenomenon. And here phenomenon 这个字的音节呢一定要会念，会念就有略拼。它的复数形呢不是比较长的哦，是比较短的。Phenomenon. So like this is the plural form of the word phenomenon. It's okay. So here maybe say together phenomenon. Easy. So here first example, the Beetle Nut Beauty. What's a Beetle Nut Beauty? A Beetle Nut Beauty is a lady who sells beetle nuts on the side of the road. Usually you can see like beetle nut beauty. Like if you ever go traveling with your dad, or if you ever go traveling and you go on a highway, I mean like you can see them on the side of the road before you go on a super highway. So like here, beetle nut beauty is this word. 文化的现象。Yeah, excuse. Melody,一配 cultural phenomenon unique to Taiwan. It's okay. And here's the second example. Could you please read the together her rise to fame? What's why phenomenon? In less than 2 years, she was a household name. So like here, Matthew, her rise to fame was quite phenomenal. 这个地方的 rise 三明治解释，代表说从默默名叫非常有名 ，rise to fame was quite phenomenal. So like you see phenomenal 是个变化型。Let me ask you, phenomenal, what does that mean? Phenomenal. If it is something is so important that it can be viewed as a phenomenon. 一件事情很重要，重要到会变成当做一个现象来探讨。You mean it is very important? Yeah, or very surprising. So when you say something is surprising in a good way, you can say it is phenomenal. 这个字呢，注意一下，是正面的用法。所以你说 her achievement was really phenomenal, or it was really phenomenal for that musician to earn an international award. 这个字是很好，正面的字就指的是非常惊人，这是非常的surprising, super surprising in a positive way. It's okay, yeah. And here, what about second part? She was a household name. You know the word household? Is family. So like Papa was a household name. You're right. Like here, a household name doesn't mean, yes, it doesn't mean ordinary, but means well known to every household in the country. 所以你说他是一个家喻户晓的人物。This is the expression. So you can say, 而且这个 name 是固定的用法哦，所以你就说 that singer is a household name. 所以就说那个歌手或者那个科学家大家都知道，so everybody knows her. 所以说你会用的 well known, was renowned, was famous. So you can say the person is a household name like that. Okay. So before we please read the second example once again, her rise to fame. That's why, yeah, please start from the first word, her rise to fame. Phenomenal. In less than 2 years, she was a household name. Thank you. The last one. Could you please read it? The 21-year-old. This word, 这个地方的这个字的重音在前面，所以这版 phenom. Yeah, the 21-year-old phenom has become the best player in baseball. So when there's someone who is a phenom, what does that mean? Phenom. Do you like soccer? Lionel Messi. No idea. Messi, yeah, Lionel Messi. So like you can say Messi. Lionel Messi became famous when he was 16 or 17 years old. So when you say somebody who was discovered and became famous when he or she was very young, the person in Chinese you might say phenom, but phenom in Chinese you can say 很小的时候就被发掘他的才华，童星。运动选手，所以这地方奇葩 anyway, like you can say 奇葩 so like you can say someone who has displayed him or her talent when he or she was young. Phenom. 另外一个字呢，你可能学过的 prodigy， 但是这两个字有点类似一样 ，prodigy phenom。Okay. Do you think you are a phenom? Like sometimes, like maybe many people they were viewed as phenoms when they were young, but the key point is that you have to stay hardworking so that you can be really good at what you do. Okay, yeah. So here number 20, this was very easy. On the first level, so evidence. Evidence. Thank you. Sorry. The first example, any growth in. Would you please read example, any growth? Wait, this word is unemployment. Yeah, once again from this word, any growth. Any growth in unemployment is a self-evident matter of extreme seriousness. So when you say something, matter means an issue. When you say it is evident, here it means obvious. 这个是 evident 当名词形容词，都就指的是 obvious 明显的，就是如果你说 some matter, some problem is self-evident, what does that mean? 自己本身就很清楚。So you can say environmental protection is a self-evident matter in every country right now. Means it is so important that you don't have to point that out. So in Chinese you might say this. So it means something super important. So when you say self-evident 就是这个实在是再重要也不过的问题。中文可能会这样 what？ 中文可能讲比较可能说再重要也不过，可是这个地方再重要也不过就是 it is self-evident like that。不言而喻。Maybe， 不言而喻也是应该不言而喻。呀，不言而喻是什么意思？跟不言之喻一样吗？不言而喻。Okay, yeah. So like it. My apologies. This means very important. And here, there's a word that begins with a C. May I ask you? Meal. A word beginning with a C. You can say persuasive. Another word, convincing. Convincing. So there's convincing 证据，这个是学过的 evidence。所以 evidence 同一个字哦，所以你看，当一件事情已经清楚到就像证据一样的话 ，it is evident。所以其实这两个字本来就是相关。是 evident 这个字呢，一般来说比较 formal， 比较正式一点，所以一般来说你很少看到它。通常你就用 obvious、clear， clear 要 crucial like that. It's okay. So here we do the second note. There's convincing evidence. Of the link between exposure to sun and skin cancer. Yeah, here between exposure to sun. They ask you what does the word exposure mean? Here, Anita, exposure. Exposure to sun and skin cancer. Exposure means 接触或是暴露哦 ，exposure. So you can say 不要就是在阳光底下太久你会受伤。Long-term exposure to sunlight could cause cancer. 所以这样的 exposure 其实学过了，暴露在阳光底下。It's okay. See, number 21. This word on the second syllable. So we say tremendous. So maybe someone's thinking about tremendous. A word we learn in Unit 6 that beginning with the letter E. Because. Okay. Oh, yeah. So like here, a word that beginning with the word E. We learn in Unit 6. Yeah, you're right, enormous. So here, tremendous and enormous, they are synonyms, similar words. Enormous, huge, big, enormous, tremendous. It's okay. So here, the colors have a tremendous impact. Yes, you here. Sandy, a word that begins with the I. Impact. You're right, impact. So you can say tremendous impact or tremendous influence. It's okay. Yeah, second example here, would you please read it together? We all enjoyed ourselves tremendously. Easy. So here, tremendously here is used like the word enormously. So like when you say enormously, just mean highly or much. So like we all enjoyed ourselves enormously, just means we had a great time. So you can say we all enjoyed ourselves tremendously, enormously. So tremendously, enormously just means highly, highly. 程度高的哦，这地方跟巨大没关系，只是程度高。So you can say it is tremendously important. It is enormously important. It's okay. Yeah. Alright, number 22 is very easy. 但这个地方念法要注意一下。视力。What? Oh. Oh, the car. Oh, my apology. So it should be ver, verb. 可这个地方念法注意一下。Here like 你的视力 vision. So like here like version 是惹的音哦，不是惹的音，是惹的音。我们这边把 version。Thank you. The car is available. 有两个版本，这部电影有两个版本。介词是 in 哦 in。有一个片语，你说这只手机会有5种颜色，怎么讲呢？你可能会说 there will be 5 colors of that cell phone。可是如果你把 the cell phone 放前面的话，那个片语常用 the cell phone comes in， 还有印象吗 ？The cell phone comes in 5 colors。所以你看一样哦，我是提醒一下 in 的介词呢，这个不用背，但是你说 come in 就是以多少以怎样的状况贩售，所以你说。The figurine 那个公仔 will come in 6 different models， 那个公仔会有6种不同的款式，所以你会用主动句，这个地方比较常用，因为 there are 都不会这样用，就会用 come in， 所以中文的逻辑你会说那个公仔有5种款式，那个有就是 come in。It's okay, so you can say the cell phone comes in 5 different colors. Come in 就是以什么样的，你可以想象成用什么样的模式进到店里面来干。It's okay， 所以你说 has。可以，就是 coming 比较好 ，more natural. It's okay. Yeah. So like here into versions. A standard one in ask you how you say this word. Luxury. Luxury 是血的音哦 ，luxury. 什么意思？这个来 luxury. Thank you. The second example 不是必须的 the TV series. The watered down version of the movie, especially designed for family viewing. Like do you still watch Disney Channel now? Yeah, I guess so, right? Yeah, this channel is a joyful channel. So like here, like Disney Channel, there's still not the Lion King version of TV series on Disney Channel. Am I right? 没有。那阿拉丁呢 ？Aladdin? No. So like here, if you say a watered out version, it means like a lengthened version. Yeah, so like here, watered out means this. 这两个意思，一个意思是修剪版，就比如说，如果今天like what? 武媚娘 so you can say in the like in mainland China, 武媚娘 was adapted into a watered out version because some people view it as something not suitable to be put on TV. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like you can say when something is a watered out version, you mean 像被稀释一样，就是说这个电影版本被修剪过了，被审查过了，所以等于说有些东西就被拿掉 watered out version. It's okay. Yeah. So that can move on. So again, number 23, this was very easy. It's a garment. Garment. Did you see FML? What does the part FML mean? Formal. So like the difference between garment and clothes is that garment number 1 countable 可说一件衣物 a piece of clothes. Number 2就是比较正式而已，所以没有什么差别。Yeah. So the word is actually very easy. So like here, please read up here. If you are going to visit Hokkaido, you know Hokkaido, right? The place which is famous for crabs and noodles. 日本拉面跟汤鲜米的地方是yeah, right, Hokkaido.
哪里？
北海道。You went to Hokkaido, but you don't know what Hokkaido means. Hokkaido is famous for milk. Why? 北海道不是海产有名，去那边就要吃海鲜了。Anyway, I suggest that you should wear the waterproof 防水、防风的 windproof. Yeah, windproof garments. So like here you can say windproof clothes, windproof garments. The only difference between clothes and garments that garment one garment, 2 garments. Clothes 一定要加 a piece of. 就跟 advice 一样 a piece of clothes. 真的要强调一件衣物的话 a piece of clothes. But here if you say garments, you need to add a garment, 2 garments. It's okay, easy. So before we move on, please read example once again if you are going to visit Hokkaido in winter. I suggest that you should wear the windproof garments. Thank you. Number 24, this word. The stress on the second syllable here. Exceed. So maybe say about exceed. Exceed. Yeah. Not really exceed, but like yeah, exceed. 要 exceed 只要不是在英文里面，只要不是中音的音节，全部都化成就是 like beautiful, exceed, unable 都是的音，不会有的音哦，没事不会有的音，的音在英文里面都会化就变成的音 ，like beautiful, unable, exceed 都是的音。Something like here, according to the traffic rule, drivers must not exceed a speed limit of 90 kilometers, not each hour, not every hour, but an hour, very close. 3个字母 per hour 这个地方只要是每人每小时，放在字尾的时候，你说 the price of the ticket is $180 per person。通常放在后面的时候，每个人、每个小时、每个单位、每个班级都是 per class, per person, per hour like that. It's okay. And here the second example, are you suffering from in 这个地方是名词，可是呢，可以问一下，看到 exceed 有很多字都是 CED 结尾。2个啦，至少有2个。succeed, I like that. And here this one more word. 活动就算遇到了地震，依然在进行。The activity 动词 proceeded, even though an earthquake hit. 所以 proceed, P-R-O-C-E-E-D 就是继续往前走 ，seed 就是 go， 所以 proceed 往前走就是进行 ，exceed 走出外面就是超过 ，succeed sub means under， 所以你能够在以下把东西撑起来，代表你成功的做到这件事情。所以 succeed 把东西撑起来继续走 ，exceed 超出范围 ，proceed 往前走。所以这地方 proceed 的名词是做事的过程 process， 所以 process。所以 excess 就只是超过的量，就指的是 overly high amount of something。所以 excess 这个就是名词，只是过量。所以你说 an excess of TV time may be harmful to your eyesight。过量的看电视的时间会让视力受损。所以 excess 就只是 an overly high amount of something。It's okay. So here could you give an example? Are you suffering from? An excess of stress in life. Are you? Yeah, I guess now you're doing fine. Yeah, I guess so. But we all should learn how to deal with stress in our life, right? Okay. It's like here, number, this will be the last one. No-go. Like here, the no-go of Nike 代表一件事情，2个字的词。你念一遍。Amy, the true expression. 你可以说 represents。但是当2个字的话 stands for something， 所以你可以说 stands for something. The flag stands for our country， 代表一件事情。Remember? So you can say, did you know this before? Nike stands for the wing of the Greek goddess. Sorry, for the wing of the Green goddess of victory. Nike originally was the goddess that meant victory, and then the hook. That is the logo of Nike comes from the wings of the goddess. 所以它的符号是从它的翅膀来的。So like here, the name Nike means the Greek goddess. So they actually borrowed the name of the goddess as their brand name. Yeah, this is it. Like here, please read example once again. The logo of Nike stands for the wing of the Greek goddess of victory. Yeah, thank you. So this is it. Any question about the vocabulary? If not, we need to cover one sentence pattern. So can we go to the first sentence pattern in the book? It's on page 154. Page 154. 154, the sentence pattern very easy. So we'll finish it quickly. Here, the first sentence pattern. Okay. So here, the first example. Would you please read it together? Roughly 40%. Of those questions agree that the brain was more crucial than. Thank you. The second one, the impacts of designer clothes on the young seems to be more tremendous than that of any other type of clothing. And the third one, Patrick turned in his assignment earlier than all the other students in the class. Here, this kind of comparison sentence pattern in Unit 1 we learned it already, but in Unit 7, just a little bit extra reminder. Number 1, here, when you use other, the things you compare, they are within the same range. See? 所以 other 是其他的，一定只会用在比较同一个范围。在第一课时候讲到这个东西，所以一定是 Taiwan. Oh, sorry. Taiwan 101, is taller than any other building in Taiwan. So we use other comparing things like within the same range. See? And then for 这个地方问一下，那这个地方既然 other 你知道了，那 any 跟 all 在用的时候有不一样吗？所以应该看这个看出来对不对？这个地方 any other type of clothing, all the other students in the class. So we use any other. 后面接的是单数 and we use all the other just two shoes. This is it. So like this would be, these are all the points of the sentence pattern. So when you say any other singular noun, all the other plural noun. This is it. It's okay? So like when we do a quick oral practice, here, number one. Taipei 101 is the tallest building in Taiwan. If you use any other, how can you change the first example? Taipei 101 is taller than any other building in Taiwan. Easy? And here, the second one. Can play the best out of all the players on his team. If you use all the other, how can you change the sentence? Best, we need to change it into better. So here, could you please do it once again? Can play better than all the other players on his team. Easy. So here, and number three, Jack is the richest out of all the members in his family. So here, if you use richer, how can you change it? Richer than all the other members in his family. Yeah, easy. So like here, could you please read it once again? Jack is richer. Jack is richer than all the other members in his family. And here, number four, Ms. Moore works the most efficiently out of all employees in her company. We need to change the most into more. So it would be works more efficiently than any other employee in the company. 这地方呢，其实这边在改的时候，你没有觉得看到，但是这边你找其他说 any other 单数 and this is it. And the last one, compare with other people in the world. Japanese people on average live the longest. Do you know this? But what about on average? What does this expression mean? On average. Yeah, means overall. Overall, 整体来说，so on average, 平均来说，所以 you can say like overall, live the longest. On average, live the longest. Is okay? So here, how can you change the sentence? 这个要放到后面，所以会变成是 Japanese people on average live longer than all the other people in the world. My question is, why should we use people, not people? 这好像应该一直这么说。People here, if you 你这个地方如果加复数的话，变成是 not all the people in the country, but race, R-A-C-E 这地方的 people 如果当复数可数的话，变成是 race 种族，所以这里可以说 a race 或是 races. So you can say there are many different people in China because it is a big country. 在中国有不同的民族。Because it's a big country. So when you say people, you mean different races. It's okay? Yeah, this is it. So any question about the sentence pattern? If not, this is a quick translation exercise. The first one. Could you please read it? Movies are popular. Topics of conversation. I ask you, do you like watching movies? Yeah, okay. Like here, people often. Please read it. People often. Which one is the highest movie of all time? 这个动词可以学一下。you can say best selling. 如果大家以前学过那个卖最好，你可以说 the book is the best selling one in Taiwan right now. 在台湾是最卖座的书。可这个地方，如果你这边已经加 movie， 然后这边是 highest 有个动词 G 开头。if you say ants are disgusting， 蚂蚁很恶心。G 开头那个就是 ants are gross. Did you hear the word gross before? Gross. Maybe not. 这个地方的 gross 当动词的时候指的是净利哦。Like this. You can say earn a lot of money, but if you say the company rose highly last year, 指的是扣掉你的成本以后你赚到的钱。所以在英文里面，如果说这部电影很卖座 ，we use the expression highest grossing， 因为你要把你的成本扣掉，因为还有包含给明星的片酬。给各个地方的版权，还有一些有的没有的给。You need to say the movie grows highly this year, like that. 所以对方的 growth 是卖钱、净利当动词用。So here could you please do the second example together? People often discuss. Which one is the highest grossing movie of all time? Yeah, so like here, how would you translate for a sentence? By using, with the Chinese meaning. You may say that this present 当动词的话，直接就 gross， 然后 more than。Maybe I'll just show you the first one. You may think that gross more than any other movie worldwide. But before I show you the answer, which one do you think to be the best-selling movie? Which one do you think to be the highest-grossing movie of all time? A movie you watched before when you were in elementary school. Because I did the math. And based on your age right now, you are 15 or 16 years old. You watched the movie was in the movie theater when you were in elementary school. Right. Avatar. Avatar is the best-selling movie of all time. I mean, compared with all the movies, I mean, that have been like shown, like from your parents' age until now. It is the best. Did you watch the movie Avatar? Yeah, like it. Later I will tell you why. But here, how would you make the translation? But in fact, Avatar 才是怎样的作品？所以这个地方意思这样的话应该是 Avatar is the movie that grossed more than here. Yeah, but in fact, Avatar is the work that grows more than all the other movies. Yeah, easy. So like before we move on, how much money do you think that it has earned Avatar? Maybe guess. 12亿. More than that. Answer this. Like this much money. This much money. Yeah. But here before we move on, like you know 这个地方怎么办呢？知道吗？ You know what? 或是说第二个字 Guess what? Guess what? 总票房呢？票房知道吗 ？Box 或者 box。那另外一个字呢？哦。You look at the title. Here, this would be the final answer. So you just guess what? Its box office is up to $27 billion. So like here, box office 是票房哦，所以你说这部电影的票房在台湾很好。The movie has a great 票房表现 ，box office performance in Taiwan。所以你从看到的票房表现，票房很好。The movie has a bad box office performance in Taiwan, has a good box office performance。所以票房会翻表现，这个地方是翻 performance。可是这样子你说总票房的话，你会不是总赚到的钱，所以是 box office gross， 稍微学一下咯 ，like that。But here before we move on, I ask you, why is Avatar the best-selling movie of all time? One would be the plot is pretty new, but another reason, in fact, is that actually when the movie Avatar was in the movie theater, it was maybe one of the first movies that adapted the 3D technique and make it a Hollywood movie. So like here, maybe that's the reason why, like when you were little, your family members and you like to spend up to $480, right? When you watch a 3D movie, the price of a ticket usually is up to $480, right? Like here, when the movie was in the movie theater, many people they felt curious about how the movie was, so they spent a lot of money going to the movie. But then, after more and more 3D movies were in the movie theater, maybe people wouldn't feel so curious about what they really look like. So that could be the reason why. It's okay? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so that's all for today. Any questions? If not,